Okay, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the what podcast?
Frank and Daniel's podcast, huh? What else are we going to call it? Probably Frank and Daniel's podcast.
Everyone has usually a good name for a podcast. We discussed this last night.
Frank and Daniel is a perfectly good name. We talked about this, man.
For those of you in the comments, do you think F&D podcast would sound better?
F&D is not a good name, man. That's not a good name. You have to spell it out. We're talking about Google here, dude. You can't just put F&D and expect like us to pop up in the search bar. It's not going to happen, man.
Well, I know SEO.
It's unsearchable. F&D is unsearchable. It's like an unsearchable term.
Well, we can make it searchable.
I think we're gonna beat out porn, dude. We're not gonna beat out the entire all of porn, dude.
Well, China did, the former wrestler, and she did porn.
No, I don't think so.
But anyway,
it's not gonna happen. I think we have to spell it out.
Well, anyway, for those of you who actually do listen to this, leave in a comment below. Do you think we should come up with a name or come up with a unique name that sounds good and less weird? How about DNF? No. DNF did not finish, or DNF. It sounds...
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. No. So, this last week's been interesting. I think it's been a pretty cool week. We've had a lot of things go down.
And go up.
Had things go down in La Casa.
And go up.
La Casa Royale.
Like, for example, like, what was it? Because I know we did have a lot of things, and I've been really busy all this week.
Yeah, it's actually been a pretty busy week, huh? Like, for both of us. Really, we go around like that. I mean, I thought it was fun with our neighbors. We had a good time with our fantastic neighbors that we have.
Okay, so
fun guys.
Okay, so basically, what happened is we got a new buddy that moved in, and there was a bit of miscommunication in regards to the parking. Or actually, you were there. You were there. You were.
So this new guy moves into the house, right? And he's like an African guy, right? Straight out from Africa. Okay.
He's right fucking there. He's in the house.
No, I don't think he is. I think he left somewhere. Anyways, he moves in, and he's with 3 other buddies, right? Which are like a little bit more African than he is. So
I'm gonna get to a good point here.
One of our fault, because one of our old roommates tells him, like, park between these 2 houses across the street, and points across the street. So somewhere between him telling him park between these 2 houses, it gets lost in translation. He tells his friend, park between these 2 houses. So it's twice over that this message has been relayed.
That sounds like a one-liner translation joke.
You're right. It was interpreted. It was interpreted as park at this house across the way. And it couldn't have been the worst house. Like, it could not have been a worse fucking house. Because it's the one guy who is a little bit nuts, a little bit wired incorrectly. So he goes and he tells his friend to park between these 2 houses. He goes across the street, parks at this guy's house in the driveway, right? Because he's thinking, the friend of the friend is thinking, well, this house is probably another rental, because we have 2 rental houses here, right, filled with people. So he goes and he parks over there, and I just come into the situation, and one of our roommates is like, the police are here. And I'm like, I wonder why the police are here.
And by the way, this is after we came from the Go-kart.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that too. We gotta talk about that. And he goes, the police are here. So I go, okay, I wonder why they're here, right? Mm-hmm. And he says something about, well, I think there's a car parked at someone's house across the street, and they put bumper stickers on it. That's what he said to me, and I was like,
yeah, I heard that
interesting.
Too.
Yeah, that's the first one I heard. So there's so much miscommunication going on here, and And so I go and I look out the door and I go, yeah, that's fucking police. and I see our roommate, and he's like, the cops come? No, the cops come over first. They knock on our door. And I'm like, that's the knock of a cop for sure. Like, there's no way.
Wait,
that's not the knock of a cop.
Wait,
right?
hold on.
Anytime the cops knock on your door, you're like, that's a cop. Like, they have a certain knock to them, right? It's like high up on the door, and it's like 3 bangs always, right? It's always something like that with the fucking cops. You know that it's the cops when the cops knock.
Did Victor ever find out about this?
Yeah, he did. Because he messaged me. He messaged me later on. He messaged me. He must have found out through the cameras or something. So the cops knocked, and the cop was like, "Is that your car across the street?" I'm like, "What, the one parking the driveway?" I'm like, "No." And then Nick is like, "Actually, I think that's my car." And it was like, well, he was like, we go through this entire conversation basically of, wait, he told you to park over there, and I'm like, I finally get around to understanding that it's his car that's parked across the street in this fucking dude's driveway. And I'm like, oh shit, shit's about to go down. I'm like, let's move your car right now. Right now. Let's go move your fucking car. Okay? And so we go, he gets his keys, he gets his 2 friends, and we go across the street. Now, what's even funnier about this is that all 3 of the guys that I'm with, or the guy that moved in, he's African, and he has 2 friends who are even more African than him. Right. Now he goes across the street to talk to this guy who lives straight across the street from us.
Who's black, by the way?
Who's African also.
Nah.
He speaks like he's straight out of Africa. The same kind of thing, like.
No, he's from like Jamaica or something.
You think so?
Or maybe.
I don't know. It's just it's like Lion King to me. To me, in my head, all I'm hearing is like Lion King theme song.
Which one? The Circle of Life theme song or the Can't Wait to Be King?
That's one of those. One of those 2. That's all I'm hearing in my head.
Yeah.
So, this guy comes over here and he's freaking out, man. This guy across the street freaks out about the fact that we parked, one of our roommate's friends parked in his driveway by accident due to misinterpretation of park between 2 houses, which he thought was park at this house. Now, the cop totally understands. The cop is a normal fucking dude, right? And the cop completely understands the situation.
What, a cop that doesn't abuse his power?
The cop doesn't even think, the cop doesn't even think anything about this. He's just like, that dude mistakenly parked over here. Cool, let's go over here and move your car, right? So he goes up and he goes, okay, cool. Found the guy who parked here, and our roommate's friend is like, oh, I'm sorry, I misinterpreted this, that, and the other. And he's like, cool, let's move your car. No. This guy stands between us and the car, all right, and starts going off about how could you possibly park in my driveway? How could you not understand this? And he's just going off.
Yeah, he would.
Now, the cop is trying to just calm him down. The cop is literally there trying to calm him down and like move on. I could give you some quotes from the conversation because he made a 5-minute ordeal. The guy across the street made a 5-minute ordeal because all we had to do was go over there, say, hey, sorry, man, we parked your car driveway. This guy misinterpreted it. He thought that it was park. He thought it was park at your house when we said park between 2 houses. Cool. Get in the car, move. We're done here, right? Easy. 5 minutes, right? This fucking argument goes on between a cop, 4 of us, and this dude across the street and his little wife. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
For an hour. For a fucking hour.
I don't think it was an hour because remember, I was in the house.
From the start to finish, it was a fucking hour.
No, we might have been in the house for an hour, but I maybe like 45 minutes.
45. It was pushing an hour, bro. It was pushing a fucking hour. It was pushing a fucking hour.
It didn't really seem that long to me.
In the entire argument, there's no argument here.
I was making food.
There's literally no argument by this guy. His argument is to ask the same question over and over and over again, and for the guy to say the same thing. I misunderstood. That's the whole fucking argument. And the cop is literally becoming more and more aggravated. Like every fucking 5 minutes, he just gets more and more aggravated with this dude.
Oh, I was waiting for the cop to pull out the gun on somebody.
The cop literally, at a certain point, the cop literally said, "Okay, I've had enough of this," and just walks away and goes to his car. And he literally said that. He was. I went up to him after when he was at the car, and I was like, "Dude, our guy just literally just misunderstood." And he's like, "I know, man. I know. I'm just trying to get your fucking car out of the driveway so we can move on." At one point, he goes, "Okay, just get your car. Just get your car." Now, the little wife of the guy across the street pulls out her phone and starts calling lawyers. Starts calling like her I don't know, something friend who's a lawyer, and goes, "No, I want them arrested. I have children in my house." Like, what the fuck are you talking about, woman?
Well, he's not a sex offender,
What the fuck are you no? What the fuck are you talking about? So your neighbor who lives across the street accidentally parks in your driveway, and you're thinking, and she's literally freaking out to the point where the guy's trying to walk to his car, and she's like backing up and staying between the two cars on top of the car and shit. Like it was fucking wild, man. It was fucking wild. The level of freak out that you could get from someone for that little of a scenario. Here's some quotes from the cop. "I've had enough of this. Don't touch me. You need to lower your voice. You need to understand what I'm saying. We need to move on here and not act like children." What else did he say? He said a lot of shit like that, basically. And this guy just kept going, man. Just kept going off. What else did this motherfucker? This cop was literally this. You know what's funny about this entire story is that I'm pretty sure that cop went home and was like, "I gotta quit my job, man. I gotta quit my fucking job because this is fucking ridiculous. Like, I cannot believe that a fucking hour, 45 minutes to an hour of my time was wasted on some fucking dude who parked in your driveway." You know? He said, "People park in my driveway all the time." Oh man.
Yeah, if I was there, I would have asked the guy.
He's like, "You need to calm down because these two guys, they came across the street and they're cooperating with you. They're cooperating here. They have already apologized and they have already told you that they just misunderstood. So can we please move on?" That's fucking ridiculous, dude. Oh man. I feel, the entire time I'm looking at him, it's like, oh man. I felt bad for the cop. I felt bad for him. I see him change his strategy too. The cop literally changed his strategy in the middle. Like at the end, he's like, "Okay, I gotta change my strategy with this guy because this guy is just not gonna do it." So he started like doing like words of empathy with the guy, and it was it was a joke. It was like, "I need to move on from this scenario. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, not to belittle your scenario, but." Like he was talking to them like a child. Like, "Not to belittle your scenario. I understand your feelings. I understand that you felt scared by the fact that there was a strange car in your driveway, but it is your neighbor's car, and they're here right now." And they're like, literally, he was talking to them like that to try to move the fucking scenario along. And finally, like, "Oh, okay." When they felt like justified, like egotistically like justified, then they finally were like, "Okay, you could move your car now. I'm not going to stand between you and your car that's in my driveway and try to call lawyers." Oh man, it was. I don't know how he managed to make that big of a deal out of that scenario. Like, that is real. It was really talented. His amount of outrage to the offense is just like, it's absurd to the point that you're just like, you just want to like, you just watch. What the fuck? What is this? How does this person exist?
Yeah, there really are people. There are really people like that. You can just go on YouTube and like type in public freakouts, and then they're like compilations of videos.
It was pretty close to that.
Of videos like, of various scenarios.
The only way that it could have been better is if like the cop got frustrated to the point that he lost it too.
or like the cop arrested the guy.
That would have been better. Like that's the only scenario that they could have got to like YouTube level. Like watch these people freak out about parking. Oh man.
Yeah, all the memes.
It's almost to the level of one of those like YouTube videos you see like, you parked in my driveway.
All the meanwhile, I'm cooking food this whole time. I'm like,
oh, none of you motherfuckers came out there. It was just my ass out there with our new roommate, defending him, trying to explain to this fucking dude who's on aggravated like cloud 9.
Well,
okay?
now
aggravated cloud 9. Like
now that you told me about it,
here's another thing. There is no parking problem here. There is no parking problem. Like it does not exist. A parking problem, you can't put those two together because it doesn't exist here. Because there's plenty of parking. Like the whole fucking street is empty most of the time. There is no parking problem. It's just that if you park close to this guy's house, he can't handle it. He can't handle it. So it's pretty hilarious that this entire ordeal is just in this guy's head. Like it doesn't, there's no parking problem. There's no nothing going on. It's just in this dude's head. He's wrapped himself up to that degree to think that there's actually some sort of an issue. Man, that's some next level shit. I don't know how people like that fucking exist. How do motherfuckers like that exist? How do they continue in life, man? Oh man, it's pretty hilarious. I thought it was real funny. I thought it was real funny.
There is some kind of explanation of the reason why I didn't go out there, because I feel like if I would have went out there, I would have probably either lost it.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, you would have lost it. You would have fucking lost it if you were the cop. If you were the cop.
No, if I wasn't even the cop, if I would just went with you, just offer support. Yeah. I figure I'd be like, hey, motherfucker. Hey, he's gonna move his car, so why don't you waddle over there?
Yeah, just get out the fucking way. And let's just move the fucking car.
Or I would have been like, hold on, because you mentioned that he kept repeating himself.
Oh yeah, no, his whole thing was just the same question over and over and over.
Yeah, I would have been like, well, I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Yeah.
I
didn't hear that question. Can you ask that question again? A little bit louder this time.
Yeah, I would have done some smart ass shit, but
oh man.
But food was pretty good, and we did have a good day that day.
Yeah,
because we went to that go-kart place.
We got back in the go-karts. Was that the same day?
Yeah, it was the same day. Yeah, we came back from the HEB and we were cooking, and then that's when everyone, or the other roommate, one of our roommates, was like telling us what happened. But but prior to that, yeah, it was pretty fun though. Like I hadn't gone.
Go-karts was dope, man.
Yeah, I haven't went go-karting since I was a kid.
That was my first time ever going go-karting. First time ever.
Although the little go-karts I drove back then weren't as fast. They didn't go like 60 miles, maybe like 20 or 30 tops.
I think we were going 60 out there? I think we were going like between 50 and 60. I think it maxed out around like 50.
Well,
it was pretty fast.
Well, I was going slower because I'm too fat. No, I'm serious. Like you probably don't know much about this.
You're way down the go-kart.
Yeah. And plus it's like real low center of gravity, so
yeah.
I was also thinking about, because a lot of NASCAR and IndyCar riders, they're like real skinny. They actually have to be fit.
They're my weight.
Yeah.
All the NASCAR, IndyCar, F1 drivers, they're my weight and height.
Yeah, real maybe like 155 to 170 range.
Mm-hmm. 150 to 170 range, typically around there. And they're like 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". Not even that long. They're my body shape, at least. But no, that was fun, dude. I really had fun I'm fine with that, man. We went for what, 2 15 minutes?
Yeah.
We had to pay what, 58, 53
Yeah.
each, 53 each.
Yes.
I think we should get 15 minutes next time because it's a little bit cheaper. We get a discount, so we might as well do it that.
Oh, we also got it. We also got to go to Top Gun range. We can shoot up machine guns. I looked that up on.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. I can't be in Texas and not shoot a machine gun, right? Like you have to shoot a machine gun at some point.
Yes, of course.
you can't. You can't avoid every gun range. You got to go to a gun range eventually. Nah, so that's for sure. But when I first went out there, man, I thought I was doing good. When we saw, what were we? We were like 6 or 7 back, right?
Yeah.
And I thought I was doing pretty well, right? Because you were right in front of me, and then I passed you up, and I was like, man, I'm doing great. And like 1 or 2 laps in, like all the people who were in front of me, like 3 dudes who were in front of me, all like started zooming past me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I thought I was doing good until all 3 of those guys came past me. But between the time that they all passed me, I started speeding up immediately. I was like, I didn't know we could go that fast, actually. And I didn't know that we could slide like that either. So me following them in that first one is where I learned a lot, because I learned the line to go on. I was trying to hug the curbs and stuff. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know that I had to go to the outside to go into the curb. And I knew that, but I wasn't doing it. I didn't know that you could hit those curbs at that speed. So after that first lap where they all 3 lapped me, after that they didn't lap me again. So I stayed on the tail end of them after that. Then the next time after that.
Yeah, I did a lot better because the first
did a lot better.
Yeah, the first
did a lot better.
No, the first time, the first round, my go-kart wasn't even working. Like it kept cutting off, and and then there was this little kid that kept crashing.
Oh yeah. It was basically between me and those 3 other dudes, and I came in last from those 3 other dudes on that run. But
yeah, I did.
I did that first time to learn. Like I got like everything kind of pieced together. Like, oh, this is the line. Oh, you can slide a lot. All that sort of thing. The second time though, what happened there?
Yeah, we both did a lot better.
Way better, man. I don't even know what position I came in the first time. Probably like middle last, right?
Yeah.
I came in first the second time around. I came in first. I dropped my time. I dropped everything by like massive amounts of times. I immediately dropped everything. You know that first turn? It's called like the Chinook or whatever, and it goes down, right? So it curves and it goes down, curves to the right, and then harshly curves to the left, and then back around to the right, right? I don't know, they call it Chinook or something. Yeah. I think it's a technical term for that type of a turn. I did really well on that one. That was like my best turn. The hardest one was my best turn. It's the longer, the more spread out, elongated turns on either end of the course. Those ones I had more difficult time with judging. I would spin out at the end of the course more than at the beginning. I never spun out with that Chinook. And a lot of people, every time I went past that spot, like people were like with their hands up in the side of the mud.
Oh yeah, like that one kid. There was one kid that got completely covered. I thought he might have like flipped his golf cart or something. Like his whole pants were like.
Oh yeah, I saw that at the end. When I came in at the end, I was like, man, this guy's covered in mud. What the fuck happened here? Oh man, you can tell that some people really hit it too because the golf carts. I mean, not golf carts, but the
go-karts.
The go-karts are covered in like mud, So I'm like, man, some of these people are going like far off course. I never went that far off course.
No, neither did I. I usually just hit the brake because the brakes were there available, so I don't know why they would get covered in mud like that.
Were you hitting? I was like constantly hitting the acceleration, but also like tapping the brake almost at the same time. Sometimes, like a lot of that. I was doing a lot of that.
I only really tapped the brakes when I had to make the sharp turns.
I started sliding on the second time. I was like sliding on every turn. I was hitting every turn at the maximum amount of speed to slide. Every single one. And still making it through all these turns. It's not until the end of the second 15-minute ones, right?
Yeah.
The second 15-minute race. And towards the end of that one that I started sliding so much that I spun out. 3 times on the last lap of the 9 or so laps that I did, right? And that's when I started actually spinning out. And I think I was spinning out because the tires got hot. The tires get hot and they get like greasy or something, or a little bit. They start sliding more.
Yeah, because they're losing their traction on the tire.
Yeah, they're losing their traction. I think it's because they're hot or something.
Yeah, and being overused. I mean, I don't know how often they rotate their tires or change their tires, but
yeah, something like that. But I definitely started feeling like I was sliding a lot more. Like my slide was like I was expecting, even in the middle of the slide, you expect it to go on for so much time. And I was like, when is the slide gonna end? What the fuck? This is going on way too long. You know, so it was fun, man. That was dope. I dropped my times by a lot. I want to see what happens next time. I want to do it again 3 times. Maybe when I get back from California, because I got to go to California. So.
Oh yeah, why are you going to California again?
I got to visit. I got to visit family, man. I haven't seen him in like a long time, dude.
Yeah.
I'm traveling the fucking country, man. I haven't. No.
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah, I was. The mother, and seeing all my friends out there, and go to the beach.
Yeah, we got a
comedy club.
Homeless person.
I want to go to the comedy store out there. Also,
where the homeless person's masturbating.
Huh?
I said where the homeless person is masturbating at the beach, and then you could go to the comedy club where another homeless person is sleeping for next night's show.
Los Angeles is actually full of a lot of homeless people.
No, don't worry. Houston has some homeless people too.
No, but Los Angeles and San Diego, I think they have like really high proportions of that shit. They definitely do. But yeah, man, I want to go to the comedy store again. I haven't been to the comedy store in so long. God, I want to see what's going on there.
So what is that store like?
2019 comedy store? What the fuck is going on there, man? I had so much fun there.
So what is that store like? Is it like a prop store?
It's a stand-up place. Stand-up. You don't know the comedy store? Comedy store is one of the most famous stand-up comedy places in Los Angeles. Stand-up comedy clubs in Los Angeles. It's the Laugh Factory.
I know of the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, Laugh Factory. It's the Comedy Store. It's like a darker version of humor. The Laugh Factory is more like the one that everybody knows and everybody goes to, and it's more generically popular. One step down in generic popularity is like the Comedy Store, and then one step down from that is like all the other kind of offshoot ones. Right? But Comedy Store is pretty fucking famous. It's pretty famous. It's actually, a lot of Netflix specials have been shot there. So I gotta go there. I gotta see what's going on. All that. Yeah, man. I think it's gonna be a good week.
Yeah. Hope you have fun, buddy. Maybe I'll just talk about me doing shit.
You're not a solo podcast, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have nobody to hang out with. Maybe I can talk to Nate and give his side of the story next time.
Yeah, that'll be fun. do that. What else, man?
Yeah, we basically been working all week, and I'm kind of relieved that. Well, yesterday I was trying to upload last week's podcast, but my app kept breaking apart, even though it's supposed to be brand new.
So you got a different application now?
Or yeah, it's still within Adobe, but yeah, I was able to get everything up there, and it's up on the channel right now. So I'll make sure for everyone to listen to that as well. But yeah, I've been working like pretty much the whole week. Still a whole bunch of money to people. And yeah, hey, tell me about the job.
We'll talk about that next time. And also, we got to go go-karting, and I'm gonna go to California, so we're gonna have more things to talk about next time. But I guess for today we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, I gotta go to work, then I gotta take shit.
Yeah. We'll have a little bit funner in that podcast when we come around. Again, we're gonna have more things that we're doing, so we'll have a little bit more going on. But I guess for this week we gotta find a way to wrap it up, man. We'll find a way to wrap it up.
Yeah, if you like this podcast, you want to hear us more talk about random stuff, make sure to hit a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And also follow us on our Facebook page.
We gotta get better at that portion.
Follow us
you gotta
on,
like, comment, subscribe.
Follow us on our Facebook
Write
page.
us an email.
I opened that up and it's somewhat incomplete, but
send us money on Patreon. We have to do all of that shit now, dude. We have to do all of that shit.
We have to put man. I have my own little Patreon that never took off, so I'll put that in the link for now.
Oh man, how fun is that going to be? Just every week saying like, comment, subscribe. Here's my Patreon. Write us a love letter. Send us a bunch of stuff to this address. That's going to be fun, dude. That's going to be fun. All right.
Until someone gets
till next week. You're gonna have a solo podcast next week, man. You gotta
well, actually, no. We can do it next Saturday, the day before you go to California.
That's true. Because I'm not flying out till Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, then we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
It's just the week after.
Woo! It's not a solo podcast. All right.
All right, guys. Well, we'll be seeing you later, and we will be talking later. Bye.